Hey, welcome back. So we got some new anime. I'm going to be doing a few uh, first impression videos. So I forgot what they were called for a second. I was like, oh, what do I do besides videos? Anyway, so I guess I'll do this one for Dr. Ramune, which maybe makes me think of a drink, but called Dr. Ramune Mysterious Disease Specialist. I was a little like, I don't like it. Kind of sounds up my alley, but I'm like something about it where I was like, I'm not sure. I did end up liking it, but basically, it's they kind of just very briefly go into it. Like, kind of feels like we start off in the middle a bit rather than like. I wonder because if you're watching like the end credits, like the end song, whatever, and it kind of looks like you see them meeting, and you're kind of like, huh. Yeah, so it's about this doctor, dude, occult, whatever the fuck you. Like, they don't give a lot of details. Like, it's the first episode. There's not much detail, but basically what we get is, well, rather than him telling us, like, we get a brief like starter narration where it's like, you know, as long as the human heart exists, there's gonna be unexplained diseases and blah 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 blah. You know, just some fucking generic shit. And then we get introduced to our doctor, or well, rather, we get introduced to like a little girl, and she's crying condiments. Yeah, it's one of those things where you're like, the fuck? Where it's one of those shows where it's like, sometimes you're like, what the fuck? And then later you're like, okay, that's kind of cool. So that describes what you're into, yeah. But like, she's crying condiments, and why don't I just kind of spoil the first episode to kind of explain what's going on? But basically, there's kind of like a kid, like a high school kid, that kind of helps him. I don't know. We don't know how they meet yet, or I don't. No, wait. We do get his name. His name is Kuro, and then, well, he just calls the doctor Sensei, but and Sensei's kind of like a little mischievous, and the kid's Kuro is kind of how do I put this? I'm assuming like an assistant or something, and he's very. I don't know what the actual word is, but he's very like flat faced, like very emotionless. You know, there's fuckers that like their facial expression rarely changes at all. Like he's one of those, and he kind of keeps like the doctor in line. And like I said, the doctor's a little bit mischievous. But basically, this girl's a child actor. She can like cry on command, and then we kind of see a flashback of her and her mom, and like, you know, they're really close, and then we kind of see things progress a little bit and then get farther and farther apart to the point that like she's not really getting any attention at all. Her mom's only focusing on her career and like the money she makes and what she can buy with this money her daughter's made. And, you know, of course she's going to hospital. No one's fucking believing her. They're thinking she's lying because she, like, the adult's not going with her. Her mom's not going with her. And so she's just going like, I'm crying mayonnaise. I'm like, something's wrong. And like, of course, no one's like believing her at all. There's like, yeah, come back with your mom. And she's kind of outside the hospital, like just getting kicked out of it. And I guess Kuro was going shopping because you see like him like holding a bag with like a leak in it. And he's like, okay, I may know something that can help you. He takes it to the doctor. Of course, the doctor just starts fucking laughing. But he does kind of end up helping her. He gives her like this tea. We're actually finding it's the teapot, not the tea. The tea is just regular fucking tea. But the teapot is like the teapot of loose lips or whatever. And basically, you'll always tell the truth if you drink anything from it. So of course she stops crying condiments, but now she's always telling the truth. And then he also gives her these contacts. He says these have very strong side effects. Don't use these unless you absolutely have to. And she's one of those girls that's like, who wants to be a really good girl and make her mom happy. So, you know, she kind of ends up forgetting how to cry. And then that leads to her crying condiments. And we find out basically she's crying different condiments because she's withholding her emotions. And because she was drinking the tea of loose lips, it wasn't happening anymore because she wasn't withholding her we don't see her, like, she's kind of still like deadpan. But, like, she would tell the truth. And then, yeah, we do kind of get, like, a happy ending. But, like, it's one of those things where I wasn't sure if it was going to be, like, super serious or if they're going to be super cartoonish. It looks like it's doing a good job of kind of walking the line between them. Well, I've been looking off into, like, fucking window this whole time. But like, I like it. I can't wait for more episodes. I don't know when episodes are coming out because I just kind of let them pile up sometimes before I realize the next time they come out, oh, it's, it comes on this day. So I don't know what it is right now. But it's on Crunchyroll. Like, it only has episode 1 right now out, but I would definitely recommend it if any of that sounds good. It kind of reminded me a little bit, especially like the silhouette at the beginning of the kid, reminded me of Mob Psycho. Does anyone know what the fuck Mob Psycho is? Okay, Mob Psycho 100 is also on Crunchyroll. It's got 2 seasons. And a live action. I've seen both. Or I've seen them all. I have not read the manga. I have not read the webtoon or whatever. But it's by the same guy that did One Punch Man. So if you like those, both of them are OP with problems because they're OP, rather than just OP for the fuck of it. So they're like, just for some reason it reminded me of Mob Psycho. So I just check those as well as this. And on to the next first impression, I guess.